reType RS232 connects to lab instruments like balances through a USB to serial cable, reads the measurement value, and types it directly into Excel or any active software window. Start by downloading the zip file from the As Found dashboard. Once downloaded, unzip the folder to a convenient location on your computer. Keep the files together inside the extracted folder and do not move the app file out by itself, because the app may need the supporting files in that folder to run correctly. If you want easier access, you can create a desktop shortcut to the app while leaving the original files in place. To configure the app, open the config.txt file, enter your AsFound key, and save the file. This key connects the reType app to your AsFound account and allows the app to authenticate before starting a session. You can find your AsFound key on the AsFound dashboard. To run the app, double-click the apps.exe file. If Windows or your antivirus asks for permission, allow the app to run. In some cases, your antivirus software may block the app until the .exe file is added to the allow list. Connect your balance or instrument to your computer using its RS232 connection. If needed, use a USB to serial cable. Make sure the instrument is powered on and ready to send readings. In the app, select the type of device you want to connect to. For this example, we'll leave it set to balance. Then click Next. The app will begin detecting the device and attempt to establish a serial connection. Once the connection is established and the device is ready, click Start to begin a session. This will deduct 1 credit from your credit wallet, but within that active session, you can capture as many readings as you need. Open Microsoft Excel, your calibration worksheet, or any software where you want the reading to appear. Click into the first cell or field, then press the spacebar to capture a reading. The app will request the value from the instrument and type it into the active cell or field. By default, after each reading is typed, the cursor moves down to the next cell. If you prefer to move across the row instead, turn on Tab after each reading. You can manually stop the session at any time by clicking the Stop button. If no readings are captured for 10 minutes, the session will automatically time out. If you need to change your AsFound key, custom trigger key, custom suffix, or other settings, click the Settings button to open the config.txt file. Make your changes, then save the file. Before editing the settings, make sure the session is stopped, so readings are not accidentally captured while the file is open. In all reType apps, you can use a custom hotkey and suffix. The custom hotkey can be any key on your keyboard. This is the key you press to capture a reading. The custom suffix controls what happens after the reading is typed. For example, it can move the cursor down, across, or through a predefined sequence in your worksheet. To use this feature, turn on Use Custom Suffix and Hotkey. In this example, the custom suffix and hotkey feature is turned on. The hotkey is set to W and a custom suffix sequence is active. When I press the W key, the reading is typed into the active cell. Then, the cursor moves right, down. To configure this, first make sure the session is stopped. Then click the Settings button to open the config.txt file. Look for trigger_key. This controls the key used to capture a reading. For this example, let's change it from W to Q. Next, look for custom_suffix. This controls the cursor movement after each reading is typed. Each action should be placed inside angle brackets. For this example, let's add another down direction to the sequence. Then, save the file and test it again. Now, when I press the Q key, the reading is typed, and the cursor follows the updated sequence. Multiple instances of reType can be run at the same time. This is useful when you want to connect to multiple devices on the same computer. Each copy of the app can be assigned to a different device with its own hotkey, suffix, and workflow. To create another instance, simply copy the entire reType app folder. Keep each copy in its own folder. Then configure the settings for that copy. Remember to use different hotkeys and custom suffixes for each one, so they do not interfere with each other. To help tell them apart, the name of the connected device appears in the top title bar. You can also run different apps in the reType suite together. For example, you can use reType RS232, reType Voice, and reType Vision at the same time to support more advanced workflow automation. If your instrument is not detected automatically, or if you need to support a specific device setup, you can use a custom profile. Custom profiles are stored in the app folder and define how the app communicates with the device. A profile may include settings like the baud rate, parity, stop bits, handshake, read command, and the pattern used to extract the reading. You can usually find these settings in the instrument's manual. To use a custom profile, first make sure the session is stopped. Then open the custom profile file in the app folder. Make your changes and save the file. After that, return to the app and select Custom as the device type. Then click Next, so the app can use the custom profile settings to connect to the device. This is useful for older instruments, uncommon models, or devices that require specific serial communication settings. If something does not work as expected, start with the basics. Check that the app is allowed by your antivirus, that your internet connection is active, and that your AsFound key was entered correctly. If the app cannot reach AsFound, your IT team may need to allow access to asfound.ai through the company firewall. If the device is not detected, check the cable, USB to serial adapter, driver, and COM port settings. Also make sure the instrument is set to the correct RS232 or serial output mode, not Wi-Fi or network mode. If detection gets stuck, try changing the saved COM port in the config.txt file to a different value, then save the file and try again. If your AsFound account's whitelist is turned on for added security, your computer must be added to the whitelist before access can be granted. That's it. You're now ready to use this reType app to capture readings faster and reduce manual data entry.